Now, many of us have enjoyed watching One Man and His Dog on television over the years, but for one man, the show has changed his life. Our video diary this week is from Nij Vyas, who was so taken with it when he came to this country from Uganda as a child that he's now become a self-taught sheepdog trainer.
Hello, my name is Nij Vyas. We're here on the Collies estate in Leicestershire, and this is where I spend most of my spare time with my border collies training for sheepdog trials. I remembered when I was 16, I used to watch One Man and His Dog. I don't know why I used to watch it, there was just a certain fascination. I suppose seeing where the handlers that competed in the trials lived on the programme was a real appeal for me.
Wherever a sheepdog's working, his master is sure of a faithful friend.
It was a world I wanted to be a part of. From very young, when I was born in Africa, I lived in a very rural area, and I grew up with lots of space around me, and I'm a country person at heart. After 30 years, I finally realised my dream and made it and represented England.
Well, he's not qualified for the Supreme tomorrow, but he'll be more than happy with that. I'm sure he will. He's done extremely well.
Scary's the dog that I came sixth with in the English Nationals and subsequently qualified for the International at Kelso. Tragically, 4 weeks after the International, Scary was killed in a car accident. She was avoiding fireworks in the neighbourhood and had jumped a fence to avoid them. And what was all the more heartbreaking for me was that she's the most vulnerable of all the dogs that I've ever owned, and she relied on me to look after her. I failed her. I spend an awful lot of time with the dogs from the moment they're born to the moment they die, and I've sort of laughed with the dogs, I've cried with these dogs. I celebrate every single day having them. I feel very, very lucky. I was fortunate enough to keep a bitch that reminded me of Scary. Her name is Sky. I think potentially she's probably a better dog than Scary was, which is very, very exciting for me. Already she's achieved 2 firsts and 2 seconds and a third over the last few weeks, so I'm very, very excited by the prospect of competing with her in the coming months. The process of training a dog, I think, is quite simple. When I first started with Mac, he was very, very raw and very aggressive, and so I did spend a lot of time with him, with sheep, and it was something that I did very early on because it was necessary. There we go, he crossed the line as far as she was concerned, but he's not responded with aggression. What I want is for Mac to realise that he doesn't need to become predatory with sheep. I want him to learn to trust and develop confidence, and I want the sheep to do the same, so that he can get in close amongst them without feeling threatened. It's a slow process, and I'm extremely patient. If I know I've got the raw materials or the type of dog that I will succeed with, then I will spend as long as is necessary, because the pleasure that I get from overcoming and solving these types of problems is probably far greater than winning a sheepdog trial. When I'm here on the Collies training the dogs, I feel as if Christmas and my birthdays have come all at once. It's the most amazing feeling. I can't get peace of mind anywhere else other than a place like this. It's great for the soul.
Well, here